So I have a quick story or slash experience that's happening this week where it's kind of like the thing of ask and it will be given. So I've been doing a lot of like affirmations and whatnot, and I've worked on my money mindset and like trying to reprogram it as well. And recently I got into this book called Conversations with God, and I got into a lot of courses about angels and just like this whole spiritual realm, and I think it's really been helping me really reprogram my mind. So definitely want to talk about like a quick experience that happened this week. And yeah, so with that being said, welcome to another episode of No Merezco. And my voice is kind of, I feel like I might be losing it throughout the episode just because my throat hurts, but that's no excuse because I already made excuses before, or not excuses, but I've definitely been limited in time because I and actually go through the story, so I'll tell it in a bit. But yeah, with that being said, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, comment, like, share, and if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you could also follow there and you comment on Spotify as well. And so with that being said, let's start the episode. Ooh, okay. So I've been doing some courses on numerology. I've been doing some courses on angels, on kind of like affirmations, but more specifically like to help release, or in Spanish it stands mutar, and I'm guessing like it's kind of like burning, quitan, like removing like all any type of energy that you want that you don't want. So it's a more specific type of course, and it's really interesting. But I think where I'm going with this is that I've also like worked on my money mindset. I've done Marissa Peer meditation for probably like the whole month of November, and obviously I've been working on myself as well. So I've been more like positive, or I've been more like confident on the things that can occur and the possibilities, and that opportunities are going to come, and like 2025 is going to be an amazing year. Nevertheless, sometimes there's things that you're like, oh my god, like how am I gonna make it? Because I've been babysitting, and sometimes I get jobs, sometimes I don't because I work through an agency. So it's been very inconsistent this month, and so I was like wondering like how am I gonna make money? How am I gonna make money? And I'm like shoot, like please. And then that's where I was like, God, like, or like universe and like angels, like, please help me, guide me, like, what do I have to do in order to like kind of make it this month? And interestingly enough, I think one of the main reasons I kind of asked was because in a podcast, and this month or mid and towards November, I met or found out about this person called Erika Munoz, which she's kind of like a therapist, like, but in the non-traditional way you could say. Like, she definitely has like her intuition and like her connection with the higher power. So she's in this podcast and she's in Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, I definitely recommend to go check her out. Like her podcast with Ivan. She has another podcast with Nayo Escobar. So like definitely go check them out. And her own content as well. She has her YouTube channel, so definitely go check her out. If you speak Spanish or you're learning Spanish and you want to get into all of this, definitely go check her out. But I was listening to her podcast with Ivan, and she was saying how like she used to kind of like always ask God like towards when the end of the month was coming, like God, please help me with like money and whatnot, like to pay bills and stuff like that. But it was always like in a place, or like she said like it took a while to heal because it was always towards the end where she would like ask and whatnot. So I was in my thing, I was like, okay, like I do need help. Let me ask the universe, God, angels, Jesus, like for help, for guidance. And again, I've been working on my own money mindset. I'm like, it is easy and all of that. You do have to work for it. And so the way that I believe it happened to me was like through the babysitting. And again, that's why I said it was kind of like hard work, because it was for like 3 days in a row. I had almost 10-hour shifts for babysitting. I had Sunday free, and then Monday and Tuesday I'm working 10-hour shifts, and then the day after Christmas I have which today is Tuesday, by the way. It's Christmas Eve. I'm recording on Christmas Eve. That's so funny. So it was literally Thursday, Friday, Saturday me working, Monday, Sunday I was free, Monday I worked a 10-hour shift, and today I'm working a 10-hour shift. And the only reason I am up so early is because I have to take my mom to La Marqueta. So while she kind of does like quick shopping, she allowed me to stay here in the car and like do a recording so that I could record or like put something out this week. I don't know if I'm gonna put out this episode today just because it's not related to like Christmas or Christmas Eve, but I am recording it on Christmas Eve. And so today I'm working a 10-hour shift, and then on Thursday I'm working a 10-hour shift. So it's a lot of 10-hour shifts, and it's freaking crazy because it's a lot of hours, one. And then two is like I asked God, I asked the universe, I asked Jesus and angels and all of these like spiritual realms and all these amazing beings, spirit beings who help us out. And I was able to like it was a 50 hour like work week, but I was able to make the money that I needed for work for my bills, and then a little extra to pay my credit card, because my credit card is that's another topic we have to talk about again, but a little like relapse in there. So definitely working on that, but just like the ability of like being able to make money through my job, and honestly, like, it's not usual for me to get 10-hour shifts, maybe because it's like Christmas time and whatnot, but 10-hour shifts is not like normal, or it's not usual. And then another two things that happened was about 2 weeks ago, I was kind of like asking for money, like God, like please help me, or like universe, please help me. And that exact same day, I believe, and again, when you do ask for stuff, it's like through. I think I need to like know like my strategy, but again, it's gonna be different for everybody. But it's a lot of gratitude, a lot of giving thanks, a lot of like trust. I think it's a lot. Like, I've been listening to this book, Conversations with God, and it's so funny because the guy that asked the questions, it's kind of funny because he I feel like he victimized himself even while he was talking. I'm like, dude, like, you gotta do this, you gotta be more grateful. And I think that's really one of the biggest things, being grateful and like trusting the universe, and that's what's conspiring like towards you, like it wants the best for you, and also like trust within yourself, so that things can kind of like start synchronizing. And there's a lot of things, so definitely recommend the book Conversations with God, so you kind of understand. I'm not the best at explaining, especially since I just finished reading or listening to the book yesterday, but definitely recommend. I'll leave the link below as well if I remember. But yeah, so when I was like pretty much like praying or praying, oración, all of that, manifesting, and all of those things, I think it was last week or like 2 weeks ago, Tuesday. It was a Tuesday, and I checked my bank account. I got a notification like, oh, you got paid early, or you got paid, or something like that. And I'm like, paid? I've only been working as a babysitter this month, so it's kind of weird for me to get paid on a Tuesday. But it was still kind of weird. But I did make enough money to like pay my bills with those two paychecks. So I'm really excited about that. Or it was really amazing. Okay. And then the fourth thing, which I almost forgot, which honestly was one of the most amazing things ever, and I'm super grateful for this person, the people the family I babysat for, because honestly it kind of like, it reminds you like of like the abundance mindset that other people have, and it shows, I guess, or at least like the beliefs in money, how the beliefs that they have around money, it kind of shows. And so on Saturday, I worked about a 7-8 hour shift, and I was expecting like 120, 150, and like this is like when and then she was like, oh, we'll Zelle you and whatnot. And then when I received the payment, I didn't get a notification, but I did get it through Venmo. And when I saw it, it was like it was $200. Like, this is like me being like super transparent. And the reason I want to say this is because it's for two things. Like, one is, or however many things I have to say about this is like, one is the abundance and like the the mindset that they have towards money, because mind you, it was two babysitters. So I'm pretty sure the other babysitter also got about $200, or not, like the $200. So it's $400 right there in babysitting, which is, for me, like in my beliefs, is kind of crazy. Like I go towards the, I wouldn't pay for that, at least like in the mindset. I know it's wrong, and I am changing that. But my instinct of my reaction is, oh, I wouldn't pay $400 for babysitting. And it also kind of, again, it shows like the mindset that they have towards money, because they prioritize, at least from, I don't know them, but my assumption is they prioritize like having some type of fun, and like, and believing and paying for that time. Obviously, I don't think they go out like every week and whatnot paying all that money. But when they have the opportunity of going out, or when they do want to go out, my assumption is that they're willing to pay um babysitting on all these stuff to make that decision, right? So I think that was a really cool thing, and cool thing to observe and be conscious about. So the second thing I learned with this, and I was talking about the courses, and I think the trusting the process, like, one, following your intuition or following your gut of like, this is the thing I want to learn. Like, I want to learn about angels. I want to learn about Erika Munoz and her course about Yo Soy and like affirmations and whatnot. And if this is what I want, like if I'm following my curiosity, the things, the payment, in this case, the payment, it's gonna come. Like, there's gonna, like, something's gonna happen where like synchronicities, and like, okay, I need money to pay for this course. I don't know how I'm gonna receive that money, but it's gonna come because I trust the universe. I trust the synchronicity. I trust myself, and it's like, this is what I want. And obviously, and to be, and being really transparent, there is fear. I want to say like, there's a lot of fear behind that, but there's also a lot of trust, and like knowing that this is the right decision. At least at the moment, for me, it was the right decision. So me understanding that, I trust the universe, I trust God, I trust Jesus, I trust angels, I trust like this realm that are guiding me. It allowed me to make the decision, even though it was last minute, like way last, like literally 2 hours before. But when I woke up, I was like, I need to buy this course. I need to buy this course. Like, this course is happening today. I need to buy this course. So that's why I was kind of trusting. So leading or going back to Saturday, or like Saturday and Sunday when I got paid, I was like, this is crazy, because one, I was not expecting it. I was not expecting $200, and two, that paid for both my courses, about my two of the courses. So it's freaking crazy how one day I was able to, like, it paid for that. It paid for my courses, and I'm so grateful for the family I babysat Saturday. I'm so grateful for the universe for like kind of showing me the possibilities that could happen, like when you trust the things that can happen. And there are gonna be times where like you kind of lose, or like start losing the trust, but it's honestly like a reprogramming of our mind, because we are so used to things not happening our way, or like things like always like feeling like a victim, or feeling like things are always in against us and stuff like that, or in that scarcity mode, where there are gonna be times when we forget about that, when we forget that trust wants the best for us, and that we are responsible for what we attract. Like, we are responsible at the end of the day. Like, if you listen to the book Conversations with God, like, you are responsible. Like, you have free will. Like I keep saying, like, I apologize, but you have free will, and if you don't take responsibility for your thoughts, for how you feel and your actions, that you're gonna be attracting. And even when we're in this spiritual journey, there's still times where, and again, you will see this in this book, because this dude said, I've been in this spiritual thing for like 20 years, and God was like, no, you have not. Like, yeah, you've been like into this stuff, but you've like truly, truly, truly believed just this couple of years, like this past couple of years. And so like we believe that we're in this spiritual, I'm like, oh yeah, we're doing this work, and like it's not working for us, and look at where we are. And like honestly, like this is my story as well, where like I've been working on myself, and I've been like trying to heal, and like nothing's happening, blah blah blah. But like, this year, it's been like, even though there's still so much work to do, and if you were to meet me like face to face, like I will still be like this like shy, or like I wouldn't be this extroverted self, or like this person who like just like talks to the camera. Like I'll be really shy. I'll be like mumbling in my words. But I forgot how I was doing this. Oh, but this year has been so different. Like the inner work that I've done in myself, and the ability of being able to trust myself more, and trusting the universe, and trusting like this whole realm who's like guiding me and wants the best for me. It's been a process, and it's a year where I've been more intentional with that, and I've been feeling the difference, and seeing the difference, and allowing myself to receive, and allowing myself to like have a lot of grace with the mistakes that I have made and whatnot. So, whew, it's just, and this is like a lot of things ripple into a lot of things, ripple into things like this, like $200. It, even though it was an experience, like you would think it's just a $200 and like whatever, blah blah blah. But for me, it's kind of like trust is like, it's God is here with me, and I trust, and I've been trusting. Like I always say, yo confío, yo confío, yo confío, yo confío, and I don't know how things are gonna happen, but things are gonna start like aligning, and things are gonna, and obviously I am gonna be putting the work as well. Again, it's not just God or the universe, or like anybody or everybody who is guiding you. Like they're not doing the work for you. They're giving you the opportunities. Like, 'cause I could have said, oh, working 10 hours on Christmas Eve, that's crazy. Like, why would I do that? Like, I want to spend time with my family. But at the end of the day, I did ask for it. I did I did not work a lot, or very inconsistent during December, and at the end of the day, I do have bills to pay. So I I'm choosing, and either way, I'm not going out like that late, and two, party starts late, so I'm good. I'm chilling. So like making money on Christmas Eve, sign me up. And honestly, I might be getting, no, I think it's just Christmas, where you get paid like more if you work on Christmas Day. Damn. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's just my quick story, and I'm not the best at storytelling, so I do apologize that it might have gone like everywhere and anywhere. But I think the message behind this video is that you like ask and it will be given, but you also have to be very congruent and aligned with what you're asking, because I could have been like, oh God, help me, help me, help me, but still have a lot of fear towards how is it gonna happen, how is it gonna happen, how's it gonna happen, like there's no way, in that fear base and asking, while I feel like maybe the universe could like tell me otherwise, where I feel like when I was asking, it was a place of love, and a place of trust, and a place of abundance, like and I think really, really a lot of peace, and doing the work during this past month of like trusting, meditations, affirmations, decretos, stuff like that. So I've been putting in the work in that sense, like reading podcasts, learning more about the angel, learning more about God, universe, and all of that, like this whole spiritual realm, and like doing the work. I've been doing the work, and it's not, and maybe for some people, maybe it's easier. I don't know. My experiences that I have, because again, there's a lot of programming I have to do with my money mindset, but it's definitely been way, way better. And actually, a quick story before I end. I was for my birthday, my family took me out to eat at this like restaurant, and honestly, it was probably one of the worst restaurants I've been. I've been to, and unfortunately it was a Mexican restaurant, but it was a white owned Mexican restaurant, or like a Tex-Mex type of restaurant, which honestly, like, if I'm being completely honest, the food was not great. Um, but towards the end, I've been really, um, when I can, I do leave a $20 tip. And so I had a $20 bill, so I was like, okay, let me pay for like the tip. And my brother was like, no, why are you giving a $20 tip? And I was like, because like at the end of the day, it's not the waitress fault. Like at the end of the day, they were doing the service and they did provide a good service. It was just that the food was not good. So I told my brother, like, it's not their fault. And at the end of the day, like, we gotta, like, they provide a service, and like $20 is not like in our mind, in like how we, in our mindset on money, like we used to, or we are, or we're working on that scarcity mindset. Like, we're like, no, why $20? Like, $20 is a lot. Like we need that money. But when I was reading this book as well, and it kind of like confirmed it, it was like, no, like, if you're giving $20 out of your heart, like, with like a good intention, like, give that money, and like, know for sure, like, that money is gonna come back for you, like double, triple, quadruple, 70. I've been hearing a lot of like 70 times 7, que se te multiplique 70 por 7, which I'm not really sure what the 490 means, but it's maybe like a type of frequency that we should be aligning. I'm not really sure. But at the end of the day, que se te multiplique y que se nos va a multiplicar a nosotros. Like, it's gonna multiply to us as well. Like, it's gonna come back. And so I was like, no, it's like, it's okay. Just like just give the $20 tip. Like, it's okay. We're abundant. Like, don't worry about it. And I was really proud about that moment, because I could have been like, oh yeah, you're right. It is a $20 tip. Like, that's crazy. Like, let's give a $10 tip because the food was whack. Like, but it was kind of like a even though I was like purposefully doing it, I think it was definitely like a teaching moment, and also a reminder, because he did mention like, oh, why aren't you abundant with us? Like, why don't you give us? And I was like, that, like, you are right, because I feel um like sometimes we're in this like path of like, oh yeah, we gotta give and give, but then we forget about those who are close to us. So I'm like trying to figure out like how, like, what to give them. Like, I don't know if I, and this is just, this is just me ranting right now. Like, if I should give them a like money gift or like an experience. I know they've been wanting to go to like an escape room, so I think I might do the experience and like pay like for us three to go. But that definitely reminded me of like, all of this reminded me of like the abundance and like minds, like the money mindset, the abundance mindset, the like reminding ourselves to reprogram our minds. And I think I was mentioning what the message was about for this video, and it's that it's remembering to trust the universe, trust all of these guidances, and like see the opportunities, take the opportunities, and as like choose what you want. Don't like, oh, quiero esto, or oh, I want this. Like, no, do not, like, our words are so important. And don't get me wrong, I'm still working on this, but this is what I've been learning, and you could experiment with this too. Instead of saying, like, in the meditation that I do with Marissa Peer, is like, I require, you're choosing, like, this is what I want. Because if you say, oh, I want this, or deseo esto, quiero esto, it's like that is the verb quiero, the thing of wanting, like, you're gonna keep wanting. It's like with the words buscar y encontrar, they're completely different. Like, look and find, I think that's what it will translate to. Because when you say, oh, voy a buscar mis llaves, I'm going to look for my keys, you're going to be in the process of looking for your keys this whole time. But when you say, voy a encontrar, or I'm going to find my keys, you're saying, I'm going to, like, the end result is you finding your keys. So, again, like, words are so important. And this is like, again, I'm like moving to another thing because I kind of got excited about all of this. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Like, hopefully you got a message out of my rambling. And if you're watching this still in December, like, I hope you had an amazing Christmas Eve. If you celebrate like us, we celebrate Christmas Eve. Like, Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, then happy holidays, happy New Year's, all of that. Happy holidays just in general. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share. And if you're listening on Spotify or on podcast, don't forget to follow. And don't forget to leave a comment on Spotify because I will be super, super excited. I got, actually, before I end this video, and the one that's comment is, I got a message. I got a comment in my birthday, the video I put out on my birthday, December 18th. And I got this beautiful message from this girl, and I literally wanted to tear up. So if you're watching this video towards the end, like, I am so, so thankful. And I feel like I just wanted to mention it because messages like that, it definitely, like, it reminds you. I was saying that with the comment, it really, like, warmed my heart, and it's really nice because it was a reminder, like, oh, keep going, like, you don't know who you could impact, or like, even if it's just like a few people, like, it's okay, like you're doing like what passions you, or like what following your curiosity, and like this is what excites you, like when you do these episodes, and it kind of like lifts you up and lifts your energy. And like if you can be like some type of motivation or reminder, or even like a sign for somebody like to start that thing, like, yo, this girl is like, what is she saying, like, what is she saying? And it's like, if she could do it, like, why can't I? Like, if I could be that type of reminder for y'all, I'm doing my job. I am doing my job because I am so like all over the place when it comes to this, or so spontaneous, and it's like, what am I even talking about? Like, what's it like? I talk about like 5 topics in one video, like. So yeah, I just really wanted to shout out that comment, and like I really appreciate it. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Have an amazing, beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.